Hello and welcome back to Ben and Danielle Reviews. I am Ben. Today we are going to talk about my top 50 games of all time, doing numbers 40 through 31 this week. If this is your first time on the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It helps a lot and it's very much appreciated. We're getting to about 500 subscribers almost, so that's really exciting. That's way more than I ever thought would be possible with this channel. So those of you who have subscribed already, thank you so much for subscribing, continuing to watch. And let's get on with this list now. So number 40 is a Civilization game. It's called Seven Wonders Duel. It is the small box two-player version of the game Seven Wonders. In Seven Wonders Duel, you are going to be drafting cards from sort of like a pyramid arrangement, and you are going to be buying cards from that, selling them for coins to hopefully get better cards later on, and also use them to construct the Seven Wonders of the world. I like this one because it's only 2 players, so I don't always have 4 or more players to play the big box one, so this comes in handy. It also plays pretty quickly with 2 players. I enjoy that, and I like the head-to-head aspect of it. I like in this one that you are able to not only win by victory points at the end, but you can also end the game by getting a science victory, by getting 6 different science symbols, or by getting a military victory by overwhelming your opponent with military cards to the point where you reach the end of the military track and defeat your opponent that way. So I do enjoy that there's many ways to win this game, and there's ways to end the game very quickly so that it doesn't drag on too long. Number 39 is another small box version of a bigger game. This one is going to be Terraforming Mars, Ares Expedition. So this game takes the Terraforming Mars experience and condenses it down to half the time, and it's more card-based, in which you are going to be doing actions, sort of like Race for the Galaxy style, in which you're going to be choosing your actions for the turn. You have 5 actions, possible actions, and you choose which one that you want to perform and for that round, and each player does that, and then whatever actions are chosen are the ones that are done, and the one you choose, you get a bonus for that action. I like that aspect of Race for the Galaxy, but I really like the experience that this one provides, and now that I have this in my collection, I don't feel the need to play Race for the Galaxy much anymore. This has kind of completely replaced that. And also, I don't always want to play the big 3-hour version of Terraforming Mars, so this is a very good experience. I also think that this one plays better solo as well. So that's the Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition. So number 38. Number 38 is Welcome to, or Welcome to Your Perfect Home, as it's called. So it is a flip and write game in which you have your own neighborhood board, and there will be 3 cards available, and you're going to be writing numbers on your board and to fill out your neighborhoods in order to complete objectives, build like swimming pools, build parks and stuff, to have the best neighborhood. And it plays solo. It plays up to as many people as you want. You can also play it virtually if you want, so that's a really good thing. Welcome to Your Perfect Home. Number 37. Number 37 is another Civilization game, and that is Hadara. Hadara is a Civilization game that plays in over 3 phases, just like Seven Wonders does, and in that you are going to be getting cards, drafting cards to build up your civilization. So you're going to be getting cards that will give you money. You need money to buy more. The money will give you more cards, but you buy more cards. There'll be military, which will let you conquer different lands, which will give you points. And there will be culture cards, which will, the more cultured you are, the more you're able to build in terms of like statues and monuments. And as well as food, because you have to have enough food in order to feed all your workers, or else your workers will die. and then you will lose points when your workers die. So I do enjoy how this one, I definitely like how the rondel system with that, where you have to take turns taking different types of cards, so you're not able just to take as many of a certain card, a type of card as you want. You have to, you only get your fair share of them. So that's cool. Hadara. Number 36 is a really popular one that came out in 2020, and it's a deck building worker placement game called The Lost Ruins of Arnak. So Lost Ruins of Arnak, I've played it solo, I've also played it on BGA. Not played it multiplayer in person yet, but I definitely like the multi-use cards in this game. So, in Lost Ruins of Arnak, you are building up your deck. You have a small deck of cards, and those cards will let you get resources and explore this like world, sort of like Indiana Jones style, I guess, expedition. So you're exploring unknown places and encountering different creatures and getting different types of artifacts, and those artifacts you will use to move up a research track, and the research track is where you get a lot of points. I'm not very good at this game just because I don't like the going up the expedition, the research track very much. I tend to neglect that as much as I can because I just really enjoy trying to explore new things. So I don't use my cards really for the research, getting stuff for the research track. I just try and explore as much of it as I can and try and get the best deck I possibly can. So that I don't usually win too much, but it's still a really fun experience, and that I do enjoy when I get to play it, and that's Lost Ruins of Arnak. Number 35? Number 35 is another Civilization game. I'm realizing that there are a lot of Civilization games on this list. So normally Civilization games, if you were to ask me what I thought of them, I would say that they're not my favorite, but I guess I really like Civilization games in some aspects. So this one's by Ignacy Trzewiczek. This is Imperial Settlers. It is based on 51st State, I believe. It's a game where you're building up your own empire, and you're going to be building different buildings and stuff and placing workers on different buildings to do different actions, spending workers to build things, spending resources to build things. And at the first round, you're not going to be building up too much in terms of your resources, but as the game goes on, you'll be producing tons of resources, and I really enjoy, especially late in the game, all the combos that you can do, like this thing, make this thing to produce this item, and then this, use those resources to make this, and draw a bunch of more cards, and build all these buildings. It's really fun how the combos that you can build. I like playing this solo especially, because I just like to just sit there and just try and build the best combo colony I can. Imperial Settlers. Number 34 is It's a Wonderful World, which is another sort of Civilization game, but this takes place in like a futuristic, like, I guess it's a it's like a, I don't know if it's a utopia or a dystopia or a little bit of both. But in this one, you are producing resources. You're drafting cards to build them. You're drafting cards to get resources and build buildings, and then produce, those buildings will help you produce other resources, which help you build more buildings, and so on and so forth. I enjoy about this one the fact that it takes place in multiple phases of production anyway. Like, production doesn't happen all at once. You start with the gray cubes produced first, and then the black ones, and the green, and the yellow, and the blue. I definitely enjoy that aspect of it. It's a Wonderful World. Number 33 is Century Golem Edition. Now, Century Golem Edition is a card game in which you are going to be doing one of 4 things on your turn. You're going to be using your gems, your resources, which are these plastic gems, and you're going to be using them to buy more cards. You're going to be using your gems to buy, I guess, buy golems, I guess? I mean, I don't know that buying is the proper word. You're just acquiring different golems. And you're also going to be playing cards on your turn to give you more resources, upgrade your resources, because you're going to start out with having not too great of gems, and then you're going to upgrade your gems because you're going to have the yellow gems are going to be your least valuable, and then you're going to be working your way up to the more valuable ones like your purples and your blues. It's a fun experience. There's also the Century Spice Road version, which is just little cubes and building up spices. I have played that one. I just like the theme of this one better, so I own this one. Number 31. Number 32, sorry. Number 32 has also been mentioned on this list. It's one that I don't play as much in person because of the number of players required, but that is the Big 7 Wonders. So I talked about 7 Wonders Duel before, but I do enjoy this one a little bit more. I don't always get the opportunity to play it in person, this one, but when I do really prefer the card drafting of this. It has a great mode on Board Game Arena, which I tend to go for usually, just because of the fact that most of the people on there know how to play it, so it plays really quickly. You can play a whole game in like 10 minutes versus like 30 to 45 minutes in person. So 7 Wonders. And then lastly, number 31 is a game by Lucky Duck, and that is Destinies. So Destinies is a game in which you are exploring a map, kind of like Seventh Continent in a way, but it also works with an app, and so you're using the app, and the app tells a story and kind of helps you with a lot of the bookkeeping of it, but you are exploring this map here and talking to different people and trying to do dice rolls for different things, and you are trying to be the first one to complete your destiny. It's a very fun, immersive experience. It's great for anyone that likes role-playing games or fantasy themes, open world experiences. It's fun exploring the world with this, and there's also a campaign on top of just the base introduction scenario. So that is my numbers 40 through 31. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.